Hiko kasapi latsin kwanakanamalaki luti lak sama lak suyapi o la kwanakanamal slaki snaksilox kwanakanamal kwanamal tuksuh kwinama amslo reason kwanakanamal pick their heads out of the crowd. Those that they use for criticizing the leadership. That's what they call the suhquinmam. Those that criticize the leadership, the suhquinmam, the council. That's what they call it. Queenmam is to say, like, if you look at somebody's behavior and you're not satisfied with that person's life and behavior, you become the suhquinmam, the one that criticizes them, says, I don't like your thoughts, I don't like your way of thinking. This is how things should be done. That's what a suhquinmam will always tell you. If he was, they're not afraid to talk against the leader, the chief. That's their job. The suhquinmam takes words from the people, and the lmixŭm is the richest in the tribe, in the group, tribal group, and the poorest when things are down. When things are, everything good is coming into the community, they're rich with food, rich with wealth. The lmixŭm is rich. When the people are poor, the chief is poor. And the chief is on the bottom of the pyramid, not on top of the pyramid. So the difference with the chief, so see the chiefs in the Suyapi world, that's the Samas, their leaders way up there. In the Sqilq world, the chief is on the bottom. He's the voice to all above him. The Samas world, he stand on a big high pedestal, looking down at his people, making all these promises. And then the government. His government is all in this crowd of this mixed bottom. In the Sqilq, suhquinmam, sometimes they're in the crowd listening to their lmixŭm. It's no different than sitting on a side hill and he's at the foot of the mountain and they're looking down at him while he's making a talk. It's like, you think about our Nakulam, and it was so powerful. They had head chiefs, the head chiefs were the head of the family, they had the lmixŭm, the leaders. You had head people in your families. And you had the squmelt is the woman leader. Squmelt ismam im gatust ismam im. She's the one that says, "Why mat ikat ma gestwil gespitlam makwa was witsam. Why mat ikat maku kwa was qaleo mat why. Taliway piaqi siya is to khalq is qul walq. He's to course. Only he hasn't Orahay wiltis qalqal tumiqat and khatus ikals kakkhulhum. So try Oi macha ko austuchtin chuttaqaqqulu. Mulchutwai hi put. So next to me qaqqulu huil kan auchin. Atik likoks naqsil khoi mata al iloqtlu. Kim nimchma altuchtin chutl wai putam nimstat. Kall imsil tsiutni khoi iksko ilha hi qaqqulu. Mulchina khailastu. Sape chutl huusam at hui qaqqulu. Iksin kawilchten. Hier sind so nichts zum Schluss. Hier tut en chutn se qaqqulu il dus. Und il specham dus skald muchtl. Stimmix tlauchsel. Und die hik suchbach becham dusel. Zumindest chutl. Und Zadit has this look sape is chinum. Die zu gekriegt und das Bechmer hol. Zumindest this look stimmig und this look. Which bolster die ultrat ali lochtel. Das könnte ich so dagelut. Ik wil chutl ik mag je poer kan system. I ma toon nie kan ham kan kan lut klak steam for what lotas posul tapam te tiulsa. Lotax lotas polsten. Da likle yapsin what ex to kom stimme tiulsa. Was ksaqant. If you was if you met us way. If you and the head tqil it's like taking in a crowd they'll take out heads from the crowd that's going to be in leadership in Quanaqanamil. It's like if you go into a crowd, you pick out certain heads from the crowd that you think will be good for leaders. And then, of course, after that, they have the next one they pick is after the Sinquanakanam would be Sukhquinamam. Then you pick out some people from different families, different people from the families out there to be Sukhquinamam. That will be the ones that will, I guess the councils would be like the ones that could go against your chief and say, no, I don't agree with you. That's Sukhquinamam. This is how things should be done. You know, that's Sukhquinamam. They're not afraid to talk against the chief, so they come right out and say, "My Queen Mansion can say such a hostile shout. Why Queen Mansion as Kilpach the Daichi? Look at the start of Kilpach. So you think about things like that, Sukhquinamam, and then of course you got Chachatus would be Chachatus. The Chachatus is leaders. Like each family has a Chatus, a spokesperson. It's not only a spokesperson, the Chachatus, but also you have somebody that's in charge of the fish and somebody that's in charge of the deer hunts. And go as far as sweat building and doing other things that they do. Aʔtus. And they're important. And so when you're working with people, you're dealing with aʔtus. You know, there are all kinds of aʔtus. You're as lmixŭm, you're dealing with them, their thoughts, you're hearing them out. So that's a responsibility that our leadership has to think about. Today we get overlooked, like we're nothing, because they think leadership should be the one that leads everybody. That's the Sama way of thinking. I'm the one that knows what's good for you. You know, you want anything good to come out of your life, you better listen to me. No, I'm just exaggerating that. It's like telling somebody, I don't think that woman's good enough for you. You should choose her. She's more of your speed. It's like, you know, oh my God, that's getting too far. You feel. Okay, the other one I forgot, not joking around about things. Anyways, the school melt is the head woman. There's head women. The one that does the, like, I don't know whether it's high tanning or whether it's root digging, berry picking. They always had somebody that's in charge. Usually the grandmother, somebody that's up there that's been doing it for years. They become the aʔtus. You know, it's aʔtu. They get it. They're in charge of certain things, and they'd say, "Why mat piaqi sia? Why mat piaqi stukhalq? Why mat qstwilqi spitlam? Why taktiku auswitsam?" You know, then they'd talk about that, and they'd go. And so that's one of the responsibilities of the school melt, is they had she's the highest one that's up above all them women that are the aʔtus, and she's in charge of a lot of things, I guess. But I think it's better to talk to women about that school melt, but that's just what I know about it, is they're the aʔtus. I know when they said something and it was law, you know, it was the way that it was. Like we had, they took care of the spitlam. Well, they had the aʔtus one that took care of the spitlam, would go out there and dig one up and talk to the spitlam, and everybody's included, and they'd do the prayer, and then they'd all go out, and they all go out there, and they're the one that usually takes the spitlam, digs it up. However they did that, I'm not sure. I can't tell you how they did it, because things like that kind of a little bit lost, but there's still a few people that know something, but I'm not saying that it's gone. But I imagine it's changed a lot over time. And, you know, even like I'm talking about when it used to be, how it used to be done was before the pre-contact, before the contact of the Sama people, before the Suya people come in. And that's when they had their strong law on how they did things. Squinquinum, ja, toch een lutemij het stiefstel is lokom, lutemij. Ik is schools is komen. Maar ja.